What is up, guys? It is Carly here, bringing you day number 6 of my 25 days of Christmas horror. And today I am going to be talking about another one that is enjoyable and good. And like I said, I was gonna switch back and forth between ones that I've seen before and maybe talked before on the show, on the channel before about, which I think I have talked about this one before as well, but whatever. Again, that was years ago, and I do what I want. So, today I'm going to be talking about Christmas Evil from the year 1980. Christmas Evil. This is the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray. This is one of the first, I think, Vinegar Syndrome Blu-rays I purchased, and I believe it's one of their earlier releases anyway. But this is one of the first ones I believe I bought when I started collecting, more special what do you call them? Companies, Blu-rays that put out special editions of things, and I don't know what I'm saying. So anyway, Christmas Evil, though, this was one of the first ones I got. I think I got this one, Madman, and Graduation Day, actually. I got those 3 when I first decided I wanted to start collecting labels, I guess is the word. But anyway, yeah, this movie is essentially about this Harry character who is very obsessed with Christmas. When he's a little boy, it's Christmas Eve, and him and his brother are watching Santa, come down the chimney, put stuff under the Christmas tree, and it's real magical. But then Harry, witnesses Santa being a little naughty with his mom, and it's his dad pretty much dressed in a Santa costume, and I get it. It's kind of silly, but he's all upset. He goes upstairs, breaks a snow globe. I think cuts himself. It's just like this big dramatic events, and then you cut to years later when he's an adult, and he, like I said, is very obsessed with Christmas. He dresses up like Santa, and he dances around to Christmas music even when it's not that time, because watching it this time I was like, this movie technically takes place at Thanksgiving as well. I never really paid attention to the timeline, but they're watching the Thanksgiving parade, and his brother's asking him to come over for Thanksgiving at first, and then it cuts to the future. I never really paid attention to that aspect of it, I guess. But so anyway, Harry pretty much cracks through the movie, and he ends up believing that he is Santa Claus, and puts on a beard, Santa suit, all that, and starts going on, I guess you could say, a killing spree. I mean, he hasn't killed that many people, but it's still a spree, I guess, nonetheless. So yeah, that's kind of your movie there. This one is always marketed as a slasher, but it's definitely more of a character study type film, where you're just kind of watching this guy who's seemingly, he's just a regular dude who works in a factory. He's just a little weird, doesn't really have friends or wife or kids or anything, so kind of like a lonely, keep to himself, go to work and go home type of guy. But then he kind of just unravels and gets sick of people not appreciating the holidays and him and stuff, and then decides to kill a few. I've always enjoyed that. Well, no, I watched I didn't see this until I was an adult, but it's one that I keep going back to year after year. I just think it's very good. It's one that is growing on me more and more as the years have gone on. One thing I really like is just the look of the film. It almost has this grainy, this is a weird comparison, and this movie's came out after this movie, but A Christmas Story. Something about this movie reminds me of A Christmas Story, the way it looks, not the plot or anything. Well, Christmas, I guess, but just it has this very old-timey sort of visual, fuzzy, grainy, warm and cozy look to it. I do not know how to describe that, but it makes me feel nostalgic for the holidays watching this, when I was a kid. And it's a pretty dark film, kind of depressing, but it also hits me in this tingly area, because it's very Feels very much like Christmas. So they do a very good job of capturing the holiday in this with just like the music, the whole Harry, he works at a toy factory assembling toys. Well, in the movie he's promoted to like a office job there, but still that's where he works, and I think that's a cool touch because it's like he's living his dream. He's being like one of Santa's elves essentially. So I really like that. Like I said, it looks like Christmas outside. I'm not sure where this was shot, but you know, it doesn't look like they like desperately were trying to make it look like Christmas when it wasn't. So yeah, that's great. The main guy is good. You got Jeffrey DeMunn playing his brother, who's always you know, worried about Harry, and you know, he's like, you know, my brother just screw up and stuff like that, and you know, it's tragic by the end because it's like turns out to be right, and you know, Harry's like the goofy, the weird uncle to his brother's two boys, and you just think like, wow, this guy just like snapped and probably traumatized these kids. But anyway, rambling on here, you know, like I said, there's not like a ton of kills in it, but the ones you get are effective, and I like the way it's done. You know, he like stabs a dude outside a church and then runs away, and then all the acting in this is really good. You know, people are in a panic, and you know, he goes into a house and kills I believe one of his coworkers and stuff like that, which is also dark because that coworker had kids and like, you know, stuff like that. I'm just like, oh well, now that kid's dad's dead. But yeah, so very dark film, but very, very, very much captures the Christmas atmosphere here. And I can't say enough good about it. It's just a great film, and if you have not seen it, I definitely recommend it. Like I said, it's definitely not a slasher, although it sounds like the same plot as Silent Night, Deadly Nights, where dude, you know, you see dude at the beginning of the movie kind of have a traumatic experience, which it's kind of silly because I don't know, like I guess that's supposed to make you believe he grew up to be kind of whacked in the head, but it's like not that big of a deal. But I mean, who am I? Anyway, but it's not a slasher, but if you like character studies and you like to just see people slowly go insane like I do, then I recommend it. So yeah, I would give this a 9 out of 10. Yes, indeed. Like I said, it's gone up for me over the years. I think I started at like an 8, gradually went to 8.5, now we're at a 9 on this bad boy. So definitely recommend for the holiday season. Good for repeat viewings and all that. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Day number 6 here of my 25 days of Christmas horror. And of course, I will see you tomorrow for day number 7.